Hi, Jurassic Junkie here.
You cheeky bastard. And we're on a road trip. Yay! Handyman Grant is here with us. Because can't be asked to do the plasterboard, holding it by myself. And we're going to go B&Q to get some more plasterboard and hopefully fit it in Grant's car.
What's that kid?
We're in B&Q. We've got more wood than we need. Bye, Grant. Question is, can that fit in that? Yes. We shall see. And we didn't put them in there because it can fit them in there. That's my fucking car. My footwell's lovely. Oh. We're off already apparently.
I ain't got time to take a bath. Don't film me. I'll crash.
Beat him. It's gonna hit the minute. It's gonna hit the minute.
Fucking not.
Right, priority number one, get kettle on. Grant's marking out where the joints are and hopefully we'll be able to screw to them.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Famous last words. Yeah? So you're saying there? Hopefully. That way. Ah! He's a goner! No. Now we know. Oh, you've done this before.
Yeah. You hold that at the top then.
We hold it.
The birthday down.
Such a shame that we've got. Oh, it is. Can you not fold it and it fits perfectly in the corner? And jobs are got in. Well, keep that because I can use that for that bit anyway.
Yeah.
Does that slide in the groove now? Oh, look at that. Now we're doing the measuring. Look at that. It's like it was built for it.
Looking fits.
We've got one roof done. Sorting on the next bit. And just like magic. Voila. Right, that's majority of the roof done. It's got little bits at the top. And Grant's done for the day.
Signing off.
And at last I've managed to mock up the office now, so that's what it should look like if everything goes to plan. So what I've done is chucked a couple of IKEA units in here and I'm using SketchUp 2017, and if you ever come to do a room, always use SketchUp because one, it's free, it's very easy to use, and the good thing is there's a massive library of items that you can just drag and drop. So there I am on IKEA. I was umming and ahhing about this lamp, so you just need to grab the name of it, come over to here, and we need to go to the 3D warehouse, get a model, type the name of the IKEA item that you're after, quick search, and there we go. It's there. You press download, which I've already done, and you can drag and drop it, so it's a very easy way to work out how things fit. And Jess is attacking the cat. Jessica, don't eat the cat. She's determined. She wants to kill the cat. Run, Sheldon. Run. It's gum. 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 Where's he gone? You're too slow. You're feeding a cat What's-It. And then she eats the What's-It. Nice, Jess. You munch on that cat slaver. And now we're having to be ever so quiet. Jessie's gone to bed. and I'm sick of losing like a 2 hour, 3 hour stint every time she goes to bed. So now she's asleep, I'm just going to try and mark up and cut all the plasterboards because it's quite quiet with one of these. So hopefully, I don't know if you can hear her, she's not gone to sleep yet, the little bugger. But yeah, I'm going to try and get as much done as I can quietly, and then hopefully when she's awake, it's just a case of chucking it all up on the walls. And then I'm going to do the stud wall next, because like Grant said, if you plaster all this and then put a stud wall in, you might end up shaking some of the walls and it might crack the plaster, so might as well get that up first. Good morning, me old cockles. Right, another day. Jesus Christ, I've just noticed how many cups are up here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is my 5th cup. We need to take some cups down. So, it's a new day. I did some videoing yesterday, and then I went to edit it. And I decided to delete it because I was ropey, so my energy level was like on quoting. At the same time, I took off the radiator yesterday. And it's one of them things, so many times I'll do something or contemplate I want to do this, then I go to bed and I can't sleep because I'm like, how can I do that, or do I need to do this first? I am actually losing sleep at this point because I'm trying to work out where the cabling's going, what job needs to be done first. But the thing that made me laugh is I took that off yesterday, loosened it, flipped it down, and then left it like that, made my life really hard to try and get that bit of plasterboard behind it. And then when I went to bed I was like, all the water's now at the top end of this, so if I just undo them two, lift it up and keep it upside down, I can just detach it from the wall. So yeah, that's one of them things. And then on top of it, we've got these hanging down at the moment. They're old school bulbs and you can see they're a bit rusty and crappy. So I've got a feeling I'm going to nip to IKEA today or tomorrow, get some new lights just in case the fittings are slightly bigger. Because if that's the case, it's probably easier for me to do it now than later when there's plaster on the wall and I start bashing and probably cracking more plaster. So that's another job that now needs to get done. But what we need to do now, this morning's push, is finish the plasterboard there, get the stud wall up because I've got enough stud to do the shape. And then my dad's coming up this afternoon and his car is bigger than mine. So if I can get an idea of how much more wood I need to buy, then when he comes up I can hijack the car and say, right, let's go to B&Q and get some more wood. And that should be majority of the actual stuff that's big. And then if I need anything else, it's like plaster or cable or anything like that, and I can just whiz out in the Mini to get it. So let's crack on. Right. I've isolated both these, so hopefully the only amount of water that trickles out is just a little bit that's in the pipes, but we've got a couple of bowls underneath just in case. Voila! And that would have been a hell of a lot easier if I would have done that yesterday. And we're done. It's so much easier for you like watching because you're just like, oh, 1 second's passed. Little do you know, 2 hours of my life is gone. But yeah, we got that done. We got a bit of the top done. I'm not doing all the way across because all I want to do is just make sure I can get my stud wall in. So I just wanted all the sides and the top done. And then the only other bit we got now is a bit of that. I'm not going to do this bit because I want to put the door frame in and work out where the plasterboard finishes. So that's a job for later. And a bit of the window needs doing. Aside from that, that's pretty... Oh yeah, and a couple of screws need going in there. But yeah, time to get this a bit more cleaner. And let's build a stud wall. I don't know why my voice goes up every time I get excited because we're getting closer to a job being completed. Right, mess is cleaned up. We've got the first one down there. What I've done is I've put a big fat mirror there because that's going to be my perfect right angle. So that's now made sure that my first joist, timber, whatever you want to call it, stud, that is now 90 degrees from that wall, which is all I want really, because when we come to put the desk in, obviously I don't want the desk to go in at an angle and then I have to cut shit bits off the desk and stuff. So as long as that's 90 degrees to that wall, I'm pretty much happy. So time to just bang them all in and see where we go. And one more. Like a glove. Look at that. I tell you now, doing these pocket holes or whatever they're called with this thing is godsend. It makes it so much easier screwing in. Right, I'm quite glad I've actually used that as a right angle now, because as you can see there, very little gap, millimetre maybe 2, but as you get further down the wall, look at the size of that gap, it starts to grow and grow and grow. So that means if I would have not noticed that and put my desk in, that's how far the desk would have been away from the wall. Right, that's another one in. It's getting a bit darker in here now, and I've just cut this one up, left, right, so I know exactly which cut goes where. Does that fit in there? Oh yeah, it does. Does that fit there? No. Nice cut, perfect angle. Just a bit short, you daft bastard. Time for another brew, and Sawdust is man glitter. And now we get into one of the shit bits I've been dreading and losing a bit of sleep over. We're going to put one of the studs so it perfectly catches the monitor. So I've been downstairs, I've drawn up my schematics, I've got a rough idea where it needs to be, but the problem is, normally I'd work from the middle, so I'd measure that. If it's 3 metres, half it, 1.5 metres, that's the middle. But the problem is, this roof isn't actually in the middle of the room. This side is slightly larger. So obviously, I want to get the monitors in the middle of that. So I'm going to have to mark the middle, drop a plumb line, find out where it finishes, then start working from the fake middle. So now that's the middle. As you can see, the right hand side's a little bit bigger, but it won't be too much of a problem because when you actually stand looking at the roof, it looks centered. So that's the main thing. And I've measured these two. The reason these are so far apart is because I'm going to be putting a double one of these. This is a single, but I'm going to be putting a double one round about there, so the back of the monitor cables can drop down into this little void, and then there'll be another one down here underneath the desk, and the cables can go straight down and pop back out. And then that marking and that marking should be for the next two, which should be what the monitor stands screw into. And then as for the rest, I'll just randomly put them about. Well, I say randomly, but I think this is pre-cut at about 35 centimetres, whatever it is, so I'll do a joist every 35 centimetres so this stuff fits in it perfectly. But, I tell you now, I'm sick of these. The amount of times I bang my head on them. I'm thinking, I've run out of wood, so as I said, my dad's coming up in a bit and I'm going to go and grab some more. But I've got some timber to do in the door frame, so I think it's time to have a crack and see if we can get that in. I don't know what the time is. I'm about to look at my invisible watch. Well, I think I've got enough time. Everything's on the piss. Everything's on the piss. We've just measured this. That's so high. That's taller, because the old thing's on the skew F. So if I built a door frame touching both the two corners, it would look shit. So I've now got to do it to the smallest height, whichever them two are. Put a piece of wood across. Hope you don't notice it. Put something on the top to try and join it all in. Oh, why is things so complicated? And this is where I'm going to have to pack up because I'm getting frustrated now. One, the camera won't pick up on anything because these lights are just overexposing everything. We've got the door frame in. I think it's slightly on the piss, but I haven't got a spirit level small enough to actually check. Well, I do. It's outside and it's dark. Can't be asked to do that. But what's annoying is that piece of wood fell on my head, which frustrated me. And then this piece of wood behind me, I don't know if you can quite see, but there's a nice dink taken out of it now because the wood fell and hit the saw. So for one thing I've learned from doing DIY is when you get frustrated, it's probably worth having a cup of tea or just packing it in, because that's when you start making massive mistakes. So she's done. Like I said, it might be a little bit on the piss, but we're getting in there. Doors in, a bit of the frame in. I've put a couple of the timbers in roughly where they're going to be just so I can count how many I'm going to need. And then tomorrow we should hopefully throw that stuff on and finish off some of the tartan apart, and then on the weekend plastering. So that's where I'm going to love you and leave you, because seriously I just need to sit down and chill for a bit because I am very annoyed. So I'm going to sit, have a brew, go DIY, which is also B&Q. I'll call it DIY for some reason because that's the website, diy.com. But yeah, I'm going to B&Q and edit this, chuck it up, and we shall see you on the next vlog. As always, thank you very much for watching. Cheers guys, bye. Pissed off, but as always, thank you very much for watching. What?